So now I would like to give the word to our CEO and founder, Marek, from Tallinn.
Hello, everybody. My name is Marek Pärtel. I'm the co-founder and CEO of EstateGuru. So at first, I feel a little bit sorry that I couldn't join you in Berlin because I had actually a squash competition during the weekend. I used to play squash in professional level many years ago, and then it was a memorial tournament of one of our squash friends, and unfortunately I broke my Achilles, and I had a surgery during the weekend. But fortunately we have now possibilities to do also presentation online, and I'm really happy to be with you. So a little bit of my background and about the EstateGuru story and how this business was born in the first place. So I've been in the real estate business for last 15 years as investor, as developer, as asset manager, and very often I have come across to situations where I had a really good business plan, really good project. But traditional financing providers such as banks have been really slow or reluctant to finance this project, and especially the case was after the financial crisis of 2008 and 9, where the traditional financing became even more problematic. And also during these times, me and my partners, we were very much relying on the alternative financing solutions and private investors. But it took more than 4 or 5 years then we actually did something about this case. And in 2013, when I met my old friend who had been working in banking sector in US, in Switzerland, in UK, I just met him accidentally, and he said that, Marek, I know that you've been doing real estate for quite some time, and I've been doing banking, and I don't you think that we should do something about it to change the financial scene in the real estate financing and investment space. And there's actually this kind of meeting something brought up from me that I really started to dig deeply into the different solutions that were present during this time in 2013 in the US, in the UK, that are kind of in the forefront of alternative financing, and going through about more than 100 maybe business models during this time. Of crowdfunding and peer-to-peer lending and different other options. Actually, the decision was made that I quit the traditional real estate business and start building the tech company with my partners that would become an ecosystem in Europe for real estate financing and investments. So where we are today, what we have built is we have built the EstateGuru platform, and now this platform has been up and running for more than 6 years. We continuously developing it, but the big idea is to offer borrowers fast and flexible financing solutions by connecting them with our continuously growing investor base, and also we are the products that we're offering for investors to invest and the borrowers are development finance, property-backed business loans, and bridging loans. And for investors, it's very attractive. We have now more than 60,000 investors because about 96% of our loans that we are facilitating through our infrastructure are actually senior loans, so they are backed by hypothec. So we are not facilitating mezzanine and equity deals too much. We have maybe only 3% mezzanine deals, and we think that we should offer for our investor base the most secure investment opportunities, and basically senior loans are the similar loans that actually banks are providing, but it's just sometimes it's the speed and flexibility issue where the borrowers actually prefer to take the financing from alternative marketplaces such as EstateGuru. And also in this marketplace, we have connected also third-party service providers such as AML, KYC check providers. Also, we have connected automated valuation providers in order to help our risk team to make faster decisions, and many other partnerships. For example, we have partnership with third biggest bank of Estonia, LHV Bank. We have connected via API our platform with an internet bank, so that basically traditional internet bank users can see already their EstateGuru account without leaving their home bank. And this is something we see a big future also expanding in other European markets. And yes, about the numbers, where we stand at the moment, we have now facilitated more than 260 million to date, and our volumes have been growing about 80 to 100% per year. We have offices currently in 5 countries, and we have already made the first deals in 3 more. So totally, we have been lending in 8 countries. There are 64,000 investors in our platform, from retail investors to family offices to professional investors and also institutional investors. We have a good cooperation with Varengold Bank, and I'm happy to have Lucas today here to talk briefly about our cooperation so far and our plans for the future. And we have already rewarded our investors with more than 20 million of interest payments. And maybe one important thing to mention is that during the last 6 years, we actually haven't had any loss of capital for our investors. Yes, there have been defaulted loans, but because we always hold the security or mortgage on behalf of our investors, there is a very big chance that we can recover principal also, and also interest, most of the interest payments for our investor base. Now, obviously, every investment is carrying a risk, but this is just the statistics where we currently are at the moment. And about the volumes, yes, as I said, they have been growing, doubling almost annual basis, and the speed of funding has been going down because of our growing demand from the investor base. And maybe one more important point to bring out is that actually our biggest investor base is coming from Germany without any marketing to German investors. But during these modern times, internet bloggers and YouTubers are writing about different options in internet, and all the current investors are referring the new investors. So actually, like 41% of our new investors are coming through referrals from existing investors. And what the future would bring us, obviously, we have big plans. We want to be the leading ecosystem for real estate finance and investments in the future, also in Europe. And there are actually 3 drivers that would drive us there. Firstly, there's a geographical expansion. As I said, we have already offices in 5 countries, and we have planned to be present in most of the European countries in the next years. And institutional financing, because we are really planning to raise our volumes to billions in next years to fund also maybe a different type of real estate products in the future. We see that cooperation with institutional investors is inevitable to do bigger volumes. But on the other hand, actually cooperating with institutional investors also giving more opportunities to retail investors, because the more deals we are able to do, the more diversification actually it offers to our investor base. So it's a win-win situation to do bigger volumes. So we definitely won't cancel the opportunities to work with a retail investor base. We find them very, very valuable. And actually, our last capital raising to EstateGuru was also done via the crowdfunding platform by Cedarus, and we got in additional retail investors as our shareholders. And technology obviously is the driving part, one of the main driving parts of having doing this, reaching to these ambitious goals, what we have set to us. We have already facilitated more than 1 million investments during these years, and without having an advanced technological setup and a tech team that we currently have, it wouldn't have been possible. And when we see that the cooperation with other fintechs and proptechs and continuously building our network and infrastructure through technology, it's very, very important for us, and we consider ourselves as a tech company in the first place. Yeah, maybe that's all about from myself, and I wish you a good day, and I hope that you're getting some new information out of these presentations, and you find EstateGuru interesting to look more and maybe start investment or doing some other cooperations with us in the future. We're open. Thank you.
Thank you, Marek. Thank you so much.